like to share with you on this week's Parshas, Vaera, something very nice from the Rebbe's father, Rabbi Yitzchok Zatzal. In this week's Parsha, we have a pasuk. It says, Elazar, the son of Aaron, married a woman called Putiel, and they had a child, Pinchas. The Gemara, in two places, Soita Daf Mem Gimel, Baba Basra, Daf Kuf Tesamad Beis, and Kuf Yud, learns out where does Putiel come from. And the word Puti, the Gemara has two explanations. One thing the Gemara says that this Putiel came from two sides, two lineages, from Yosef HaTzadik and also from Yisroi. The word Puti comes from the word to fatten up. Yisroi, before he became close to Hashem, he used to worship idols, and he was very mean. He used to fatten up the calves in order that he should bring a sacrifice to their idols, and he would bring like a fat cow, an animal. So the reason why he fed the animals wasn't to make them happy or to be kind to them. It was for his own benefit for the future, to show what kind of special sacrifice he's going to bring. So he had like that mean streak in him. That's Yisrael. That's why it says that later, when Pinchas killed Zimri, later on in the Torah, they said, he's a grandchild from Yisrael. That's why he has this mean nature in him. That's one type of Putin, fattening up. He comes from Yisrael. The other pshat is just the opposite. Pit put be Yitzchok. Yosef HaTzadik, a few weeks ago in the Parsha, when he had the challenge, when he was by Petifa's wife wanted to induce him to behave improperly, and he laughed off, he mocked off his Yetzer Hara. He joked with him and laughed at him. So it comes to the word of also talking, but in a way of, shoving him off. That was Yosef HaTzadik. So the Gemara learns out, Putiel, that he was a descendant from both sides. He had a lineage from Yisroi and also from Yosef HaTzadik. Comes Rabbi Yitzchok and says, what's the message for us? What can we learn from this? That this Putiel came from Yisroi and Yosef HaTzadik, a blend, a mixture of Yosef and Yisroi. And Rabbi Yitzchok explains like this. Yosef was called Tzadik. He overcame that challenge, but he never sinned. So Yosef, his whole life, he was pure, and he never got involved in anything negative like a tzaddik. Yisroi was just the opposite. Yisroi comes from the words Yisroin ha'oir mitoich ha'choshech. Greater, higher, deeper is the light when it comes from darkness. Yisroi was in a dark place. He worshipped idols, and then through Matan Torah, he returned and he became close to Hashem. So he was the Yisrael. He was a greater, like a Baal Tshuva, who returns to Hashem from in a dark and a negative place. So Yosef and Yisrael, explains Rabbi Yitzchok, symbolize two types of avodas Hashem. Yosef is the type of avodah of a tzaddik, someone who never sins. And he mocks and ridicules and shoves off his Yetzer Hara, pushes it away, laughs at him. Pit put be Yitzchok. Pit put be Yitzchok. Yisroi, on the other hand, he fattened calves to Avodah Zarah. He is like a Baal Tshuva. Now the Gemara says in Brachas Daf Lamed Al Damad Beis that there is an advantage of a tzaddik over a Baal Tshuva, and there is an advantage of a Baal Tshuva over a tzaddik. A tzaddik's advantage that he never sins, he's always pure, he always has light and oil in his life. A Baal Tshuva is that he was in a dark place, and he elevates even the dark places to Hashem, and brings them back the nitzutzes, the sparks, and returns to Hashem. When you have a blend of these two, says Rabbi Yitzchok, this is what it says about Mashiach. It says about Mashiach, also la sova tzadikaye b'tuyufta. Mashiach will blend these two, Yosef and Yisrael, together. He will make that even tzaddikim will do tshuva. And that's the message of Putiel. He comes from Yosef and Yisrael. He is similar to that avodas Hashem, which will be like when Mashiach will come. Even a tzaddik will do tshuva. The Rebbe talks about this in great details in many sichos. What do you mean a tzaddik? He never do the various. What do you mean he'll do tshuva? And the answer in a nutshell is that tshuva means return. How great a tzaddik should be. He's not in the same level where he was before he came down to this world, his neshama. And there's always room to return more and more, because just like Hashem's Ein Sof is unlimited, also how great that tzaddik is in his avodas Hashem, he still has what to reach to return to tshuva. Means returning closer and closer to Hashem, not return from a sin, but in the realm of Orid itself, there's always room, there's always levels to reach higher and deeper in his relationship to Hashem. So a tzaddik will also will have tshuva, and that's the beautiful message of Putiel, coming from Yosef and Yisrael, of blending that also a tzaddik has to remember how great you are. You always have to become stronger and stronger with your relationship to Hashem to return tshuva deeper and deeper, and have this tshuva and tzaddikim together. Also, like Mashiach will happen, also la sova tzadikaye b'tuyufta.